Hi, everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So, I think they finally found a solution to the low birth rate. Take a look.
Okay, so now they're out here building pregnancy robots. Y'all, when I say these companies are out here trying to play God, I am not joking with you. There's a company called Keiwa Technology. It is in Guangzhou, China, and they are building these robots that are set to debut for sale next year. And how much do you think it's going to cost? Between 13 and 14,000 US dollars. That's it. They say it's about 100,000 won. And this is for people who want to avoid the burdens of natural gestation. That's what they said. This is going to replicate natural gestation. It will be made of artificial amniotic fluid, and they will deliver nutrients through a hose. And after 10 months, boom, pops out a baby. I'm not saying that, there are not people who are not fertile or not able to naturally have children who don't deserve other avenues, but this is creating what they're calling humanoids. We don't know. We won't know until 10, 20, 30 years after these things are born, these humanoids are born. What will they be like? What will come of it? I am quite literally flustered because there are so many children who are born from, let's say, teen moms or people who are in different circumstances who wish to be adopted. So many kids in the system that could get homes, but instead we're building pregnancy robots. I don't know. It's giving Global Reset. It's giving Orphan Trains. It's giving Cabbage Patch Kids. It's giving 1800s. I don't know what's going on, but I checked quite a few media outlets and this is happening. Look up Keiwa Technology. Look up in Guangzhou, China. They're building robots that are due to debut next year, and within 10 months time, boop, it'll pop out a baby. Let me know what you think about this.
I've seen a lot of the men happy about this. They are celebrating. They no longer need women and so on and so forth. Okay, no problem. But my only question is that, so who is going to be taking care of those babies? Okay, because for the most part, what I've heard most of the time is that taking care of babies, rearing children, or raising children is up to women, right? It's a woman's job to take care of the home and the children. So now, if you go and you do it, who is going to take care of them? I remember somewhere last year, if it wasn't early this year or somewhere last year, there was also this talk about female robots. And it had a lot of people talking. And I posted a video on this channel as well. So I think at this point they have the perfect combination. Okay. So maybe they could create the female robots plus the ones that can have the baby. So you get the 141. Some people are saying this one is 15,000. Others are saying it's 20,000. Okay. So you get the 140 or 151, the full size adult female robot. Then you get the one that can make the babies. Perfect combination. You don't need women anymore. Sorted. Okay. Yeah, I think, might be a good idea. But anyway, let's get into what people have to say.
So I just heard about the news that came out in China that a group of scientists have made a medical breakthrough in allowing a robot to carry a baby to term. Okay, and I'm already seeing a lot of men come online saying that, oh, women, we don't need you anymore. But it's like that kind of technology would be freeing women. I mean, women lose their hair in pregnancy. They lose their teeth. They lose their ability to walk. They use their bladder health, their uterine health. They have all of these, medical setbacks when they go through childbearing and childbirth that it's really not worth ever having a kid. There's like a long list of things that I could sit here and go through one by one of all the things that women physically lose when they have a baby. And not even just their body aesthetics, gaining weight and having body dysmorphia and being insecure. They also have to deal with all of these medical, setbacks, these disparities that come with having a baby. They lose a lot. And it's not a matter of, maybe you'll have medical issues, physical issues if you're carrying a baby, or maybe you won't. It's a matter of how severe it will be. You will have issues. You will have a setback. You will have some kind of permanent injury if you birth a baby. It's just a matter of how severe it will be. Okay? And if this technology can allow women to be free from that forever, then I say do it. I say roll it out. I say let it be available to every person of every class. This would literally free women. Pregnant women are more likely to be killed and murdered and abused when they are pregnant, and their abusers are their partner. Being pregnant as a woman puts you in a dangerous position in proximity to a man. okay? Why do you think men always switch up and become violent, become aggressive when their partner is pregnant? It's because it's reproductive abuse is what it is. I mean, they're waiting on you to be in a position where you're so vulnerable, where you rely on them that, you know, they can treat you any kind of way. And you just kind of have to, you know, just take it and just kind of put your bootstraps on and suffer. Because that's what it's really all about at the end of the day. People love women suffering. Women suffering gets people off. It gets our society off. Like, if women aren't suffering, if women aren't vulnerable, if women aren't bearing children and being, you know, in a position of servitude, then what is our society gonna do? I mean, this is a patriarchy. This is how our society runs. So if you eliminate that, if you eliminate pregnancy and women having to be the sacrificial lamb all the time, and women having to suffer to bring children into the world, and women being, you know, forced into the submissive position, if you eliminate that altogether, then what do you have? You have women that are now truly equalized. You have women that are able to become parents with or without a man, and without ever having to be physically set back while doing it. They don't have to go through absolute hell to have a child physically. This would free women from having to suffer. This would free women who are scared of pregnancy, who are scared of, you know, the medical risks that come with pregnancy. And this would be a really great thing for women. But if it's a great thing for women, the government does not want you to have it. And that's why it's going to spark such a big debate. And that's why men are going to try to push back on it.
Shh, do you hear that? Yeah, that's women all over the globe going, bet, do it. Do it. This company in China is saying that they are creating the first prototype artificial womb from conception till birth in the menfolk. So women are now useless. Women are about to become useless. But my favorite are dudes like this. Paul here saying, finally, this is what will begin global outlawing of elective AB. If that baby's not in the woman's body, then there goes the whole my body, my choice argument. To which I responded, do you really think they just unplug the fetus and plug it back into the robot? So like I said, guys, bet. Use that little robot womb, make your little robot baby, and enjoy raising them all by yourselves. We just want you to leave us alone anyway, so like, threaten us with a good time.
So now China has created an android that can carry a baby from conception to birth. So are they trying to show women that they're not needed? Because we had the Christian nationalists saying that we're not needed in society other than to make babies and take care of a household. And then they're turning around and making robots and AIs that can create and carry a baby. So like, it's like, if we're not needed in society and we're not needed to actually, you know, carry a baby, are you guys just saying that we're mates? Like, I'm confused. Like, why does it seem like they're trying to make women be obsolete? And I don't know when I think that, because it's like, I get this would be for people who maybe can't conceive, right? Although I think it would be super weird, right? Because, first of all, that bonding time, hearing mom's voice, moving in the belly, hearing our heartbeat, all that stuff, I feel like that's a part of bonding. I think the kids would be super weird to be born from a robot. But then it's like, what is for? What was the point? What y'all think, ladies? Because I'm just I just feel like, okay, if that's the case, make sure y'all just leave me alone, okay? I just barely want to be bothered anyway.
I saw this in the Daily Mail about robot surrogates being made. So China develops the world's first pregnancy humanoid that's able to give birth to a live baby. And I believe it's either developed fully or it's in like the final stages of being developed. So a real life human baby can be in a robot, basically develops in a robot. So you have a robot surrogate instead of using a human surrogate. Now, this raises like 1,000,000,001 questions, and you have ethical questions, economical questions, social questions. There's so many questions here, but the thing is that's crazy to me is that this could be life-changing for those people who have fertility problems and can't necessarily afford a surrogate, because I'm assuming this will be less expensive and less costly than, a human surrogate, which is currently used. So it can be life-changing in that way. But the thing is, like, these children, are they going to have any adverse conditions, any adverse medical conditions? What's their life going to be like? Are they going to get all the correct nutrients? I'm assuming they've thought all of these things out. Is there like an artificial placenta, or is all of that natural and they've just put it in a robot? There's so many natural, nature versus nurture things that comes into play when it comes to giving birth. And that's a statement made from a very general level. I've never given birth, but these are things you don't need to, give birth to realize that. But it's kind of crazy to me how, like, this is now potentially becoming a reality. Like, this is literally the stuff of sci-fi films. Like, honestly, like, sci-fi films, I'm sure there's been sci-fi films about this, and now this could be reality. And I don't know if this is considered artificial intelligence, but it's wild to me. What do you think? Because I think everything in life isn't one thing. So it has positives and it has negatives. But I'm just still shook by the news that this could be a reality in the next upcoming decades.
It's 2025. We don't got flying cars. We got robots that can make babies. What the? Like, it don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. I'm literally today years old. Me finding out that China is developing, like right now, in the process of making a robot that can make a baby. Out of all the things that you want solved in the world, is that one of them? I'm talking to the audience members here right now. Is that one of them? I'm pretty sure it's not. Not saying they can't make technological advances, but who needs that? What's the purpose? You tell me what's the purpose. You straight up tell me what's the purpose. How many people are for the purpose? Like, I just don't see it reasonable. I'm sorry. No, sorry. Oh, we're pro-life. It's a robot! How can you be pro-life for a robot?
This may be the most controversial role a robot will ever play in a human's life. And women, this could define your role in society forever. China just unveiled a $20,000 pregnancy robot. It can carry a baby for 10 months with artificial amniotic fluid and AI monitoring every detail. This doesn't just change pregnancy, it changes what it is to be a woman. No more career sacrifices for childbirth, no toll on your body, no postpartum depression. But what about the mother-child bond? Babies recognize their mother's voices within 18 weeks. Their heart rate shifts when she speaks. They absorb language patterns in the womb. They even sync with their mother's emotions and stress. So, is the trade-off worth it? A 9-month pregnancy or 9 months of freedom with the same end result, a baby? Because if childbirth is outsourced to machines, how will the future redefine women's place in humanity?
Yo, so if y'all haven't heard already, China is making pregnancy robots. Yup, machines with artificial wombs that can grow a baby for 9 months, then deliver it. Facts. They talking about by 2026, these bots could actually carry like real human babies. It's crazy. I don't know how much you gonna pay for one of them. How much y'all gonna pay? Because this is what they charge. They charge them $14,000, man. That ain't even a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm talking about? Way cheaper than a surrogacy. But they making it creepy, man. This is too creepy, yo. That's not how we make babies at the fish tank, man. We all know how babies are made. It's not just biology, you know what I'm saying? It's emotional, it's human. Human! Keyword, it's human. There we go. And here's another thing. China, if you didn't know, back in the day, China had a one rule child. They ain't even got that no more, yo. They just want more kids now. But people just not having kids because life's too expensive and stressful, you know what I'm saying? So instead of fixing that, they gonna build some robot moms. Nah, yo, this ain't it. This ain't it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm gonna go back over to the fish tank. Y'all let me know what y'all think about robot moms.
To be honest, if they are saying that it's for surrogacy and stuff like that, okay. But if it's like 14,000 a piece, I think a lot of people can afford it. So to the men who are worried about the birth rate declining and they want to start handmaid's tale and so on and so forth, this is looking like the way forward. You can just go get yourself your own robot, create your own baby, and live happily ever after. Okay, please be in those babies' lives. So that's all I'm going to say. Be in those babies' lives. Because at this point, you can't be an absent father. You can't be an absent father. There's no need to create broken homes with the robots too. We beg you. Stay there, be present, take care of those kids, learn how to cook and clean because it all comes with the package. Don't go out there and try and get a human girlfriend to come in to raise your baby that you acquired with a robot. We beg, okay? At this point, when you are able to do that, just come full force, that come with that mentality that you are going to be able to raise that child on your own, just like a lot of single mothers have been doing, okay? There are so many women who are single moms who are doing the job, so we expect you to do the same. What we are not going to tolerate is you going out there after you've had these babies, leaving them, neglecting them, abusing them, and so on and so forth. That, nah. We already have enough problems in this world. We have a lot of problems as it is. When it comes to certain people and how they move in this world, how they treat other human beings. And they were born by humans, so they were born by humans, but they lack the empathy. Yes, they lack common household common sense. They don't have it. Then on top of that, you bring robot ones in. Personally, I'm worried, okay, because then it's going to be ×2. All the raping and the violence and things like. I would like for it to stop. So if you're going to go that route, please, we beg, make sure that these robots, they are coming 100 over 100. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because like the first lady said, you are helping women. Just a few days ago, I saw this viral video of this lady who's like, she changed totally because she got pregnant. Okay, so for women like that, yes, it's going to help. Okay, but like I said before, if you are a man and you are thinking about going this route, I know if women do it, they are going to take care of those children. When it comes to men, they are going to give that responsibility to another woman to do it. Okay, to a woman to do it, whether their mother, their sister, or get a girlfriend to come in and do it. That's one we don't like. So if you are going to go that route, just come prepared that you're going to take care of those children. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, you leave your thoughts and opinions about all of this in the comments, and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.